2020 is a new year, and with every new year in Fortnite, which, Happy New Year's by the way, it's out with the old and in with the new. And Fortnite are tossing some things. What are they tossing? But more importantly, who did they make mad this time? Fred has been removed from the game. Woo! Let's go, lads.
I'm back.
Ah! Okay, jokes aside, which me not wanting Fred in the game was totally a joke. No, seriously, somebody help me. You have to watch to the end for the most important thing getting removed. Let's jump into the new year with number 10, which is the First Order Blaster Rifles. All good things must come to an end, especially when it comes to Fortnite and things inside of it. In December, we were introduced to a live event which was Star Wars themed and gave us a ton of cosmetics, items, and even new weapons in the default playlists. One of these weapons was the First Order Blaster Rifles, and these things can only be found at specific locations around the map. These locations are crashed TIE fighters with First Order stormtroopers defending them, and they're controlled by AI. Once you take out these bots, you can pick up the blaster rifles, and they literally have unlimited ammo. A drawback, however, is that these same rifles have a massive amount of recoil and bloom, so you have to be good with your accuracy or they're pretty useless. Just make sure you're not an actual stormtrooper and can aim, because if not, these things are not worth picking up. Unfortunately, we're expecting the blaster rifles to be removed as soon as the Fortnite X Star Wars crossover event comes to an end. Holiday season and the 12 days of Christmas end on January 6th. So it wouldn't be unreasonable to guess that these blaster rifles will also leave on that day or around then. Number 9 is Snowmen. With winter came the introduction and unvaulting of a few items, specifically the snowball grenade launcher, the snowballs themselves, and the sneaky snowmen. Look at those guys run. Over the holiday season, all of us have been having fun using these items, and they'll almost definitely be leaving the game on January 6th with Winterfest, but there is a benefit to this. Thankfully, the removal of these items will actually fix a lot, and I mean a lot, of exploits and glitches that people all over have been using. I mean, in our recent 2019 glitches video, around 8 of the 10 glitches were done through the sneaky snowman item. It is that broken. One particular glitch, which is happening right now and remains to be patched, is one which involves the new snowballs. Basically, with the new sneaky snowmen unvaulting, you can break one and it becomes a snowball, which you can pick up and throw. However, these things are so very broken. There's a chance of picking up a snowball and just immediately locks your inventory. You cannot switch weapons, pick up anything, and you're stuck on your pickaxe, which is now a snowball. Then, when you're knocked by an enemy, you can still see your health bar is frozen, even though it's not. So even though it's sad that we'll be losing these items next week, it's also kind of a good riddance because, man, are these things just so damn glitchy. Number 8 is the Winterfest cabin. If I asked all of you to write in the comment section what your favorite part of Winterfest was, I know exactly what all of you would say. That's right, we all love the free daily presents that you would receive just for logging into the game. And don't lie, that is the best part. Anyway, these free presents, as well as the cool little Winterfest cabin that you can visit in the lobby, will officially be leaving the game on January 6th. We'll definitely miss it, and it was a very unique event, which hasn't really been done before in Fortnite. Sure, we had the 12 days of Fortnite in 2018 with the daily LTMs, but it just didn't feel Christmassy enough. With an overhauled lobby screen and a really cool cabin like this that you could just explore, Winterfest is for sure the best Christmas event we've had to date. So yeah, we're losing it on January 6th, so make sure you log in after watching this video, open every single one of those presents to get the free skins and items. And then if you want to go to the stocking for your challenges and get some bonus XP, don't forget the Christmas tree. That's also a present you can open, and make sure to look out for Peely peeking through the window, as creepy as it is. But number 7, Unbolted Weapons go back in the vault. Every day since Winterfest began on December 18th, we have not only been getting daily presents and challenges, but we've also gotten a new unvaulted weapon every day. Since the event began, we've got fan favorite weapons unvaulted, like the flintlock pistol, the heavy sniper, and the suppressed SMG, as well as the hand cannon. Hell, even the boom bow came back for a day. Unfortunately, this trend of one unvaulting per day was short-lived and will end when Winterfest leaves the game on January 6th. I mean, it seems like everything is disappearing on that day. I wonder what Epic will end up replacing all this content with, but because we can't just return to the same old boring tiny loophole in Chapter 2, can we? We need something more. With more frequent updates, something to look forward to? Well, there might be something. We'll cover that later in the video, but I guess you'll just have to stick around for that. For now, there's even more stuff getting removed in 2020, and it might take us back to this boring, stale Chapter 2 meta, which has been here for almost 3 months now. I mean, you guys can't lie. The state of Fortnite right now is getting a little stale, so it's very likely that they're going to come out with an update to make sure that the experience is refreshing. But in at number 6, we've got Snow. While Winterfest brought presents, items, challenges, LTMs, and unvaulted items, there was one one major change which affected the entire map. In the version 11.30 update that was released before Winterfest dropped, the Chapter 2 island was covered from head to toe in snow. But this time, it was instant and not the result of the Ice King last year. Did you know that the Ice King Sphere live event thing happened almost exactly a year ago? Now that is just how old am I again? Time flies. It's gonna fly even more because everything in this video will be gone before you know it. I don't know if I like the snow on the map or not yet. We have the snow mountains, which is good enough for me personally, but let us know in the comment section below if you actually like the snow on the map. Everyone has their own thoughts on the snow. I know a lot of people hate things like Season 7, and a lot of people miss Season 7, so it's really, really diverse. Would love to hear your thoughts though. Snow is, as most of the things on the list, expected to be removed from Chapter 2 on January 6th, although it might stay a little bit longer as winter continues into Chapter 2 Season 2. I sound like the weatherman. Number 5, Lightsaber. The lightsabers are the most fun weapons that have been added into Fortnite in months, and I'm saying that because it's true. I mean, sure, they're annoying sometimes, but you gotta admit, they've spiced up the game a lot, and they're so exciting when you find one in those special chests or dropped by an enemy. I'm personally gonna miss the lightsabers, although I really wish Epic would have made them into pickaxes in the item shop. Now that would be dope. Now, we don't know for sure when the Star Wars event is coming to an end, but once Winterfest leaves the game, so do the Star Wars themed presents, so you should expect it all to be gone by then, even the lightsabers. So take advantage while you still can and play Fortnite before they're taken out of the game, because who knows if they'll return. I really hope they do. Maybe they could come back with a Mandalorian crossover this year. Baby Yoda back bling? Come on. Please, Epic. We have been very good this year. Number 4 is Christmas trees. While this next entry isn't exactly something we're gonna miss as much as the others on the list, it definitely is helpful right now on the map, and it's gonna disappear when Winterfest is removed from the game. And I'm talking, of course, about the Christmas trees, which you can find in many different locations around the map right now, especially the major named POIs. These trees are placed all over the island. You can find chests and loot around them in case you want to try to get some emergency gear or just some extra ammo and mats. As I said, these trees are gonna be gone after Winterfest is removed, so make sure you take advantage of each and every one of these Christmas trees. These holiday trees are also part of some challenges where you have to dance in front of them and you'll earn a reward. You can find the daily challenges for Winterfest in the stockings in the cabin if you haven't redeemed them yet. So make sure to get them done before these are gone from the game. But in at number 3, we've got the Star Wars skins in the item shop. Back in early 2019, the thought of a Fortnite X Star Wars crossover was but a dream. We all had it on our wish list. I remember desperately wanting one and hoping we'd get some form of Star Wars skins in the shop. And with things like John Wick and Avengers crossovers, it seemed more and more possible as time went on. Little did we know it would actually happen, and right now there's a special Star Wars section of the item shop, and you should totally get some stuff from using code T5G. This is just a suggestion before it all disappears anyway, because we have a sneaking suspicion that you will never see these skins in the shop ever again, especially because the Skywalker saga has now ended. We probably won't see Rey or Finn or anyone else from the new trilogy in a main film for that matter again, so these skins will almost definitely never come out in the future. Pick them up while you still can. And number 2 is going to be the compact SMG, the P90 Nerf Revolt. The compact SMG is expected to be changed or outright removed in the future as Chapter 2's updates get more frequent. The weapon right now shoots just way too quickly with that high fire rate, and there isn't much bloom, meaning it's pretty overpowered in the current meta. A lot of players are calling for the P90 to be nerfed or vaulted, and with Epic usually listening to smaller feedback like this, it will likely be changed in the near future. We don't know if, when, or even how, but this year we'll almost certainly see this weapon being changed or outright vaulted from Chapter 2. Honorable mentions, the ice blocks and freezers around the Chapter 2 island. In our honorable mention spot, we have the ice blocks that can be found around the island, as well as the freezers that can open up to find loot. Sometimes they'll drop lumps of coal, but sometimes you may get lucky with these freezers. The ice blocks can be found in some areas and have 3,000 HP, so destroying them on your own takes quite a while. Fortunately, you can see what is inside of the ice blocks, so you don't waste tons of time opening one and getting something like a sneaky snowman. It's in our honorable mention spot as they aren't exactly a big deal if they get removed, but they are for sure really helpful, and we might miss them a tiny bit when they're taken out of the game with Winterfest. What do you think of them though? I only really find them useful when I get like a rocket launcher or something out of them. But number 1 is going to be possibly the Snowstorm. Now, the Snowstorm that is happening in Fortnite right now is possibly essential to the Chapter 2 storyline, which we haven't exactly seen much of in-game, but through loading screens, we actually made a breakdown video last week where we cracked the storyline and exactly what might happen next. We talked about how the Snowstorm, Blizzard, snowstorms, whatever you want to call them, in Fortnite right now is likely on purpose and to do with the Chaos Agent and Alter Ego storyline. Once these snowstorms are removed from the game, we expect more and more clues to appear on the map and through loading screens for what the storyline will be and how it's going to play out before Season 2 begins in February. Either way, the snowstorm is probably the most important removal right now. If you're interested in the storyline, and if you are, you might want to check out our breakdown video. We put a lot of work into it, and we think you'll enjoy it a lot. Go check it out, and keep it right here on Top 5 Gaming.